Hey, it's Allie with Seattle Coffee Gear, and today we're doing a Carina comparison against a classic machine, the Via Venezia. So this machine has been out of rotation for a while now, but it was super well known and really popular for us when it was available. And it was at a similar price point as the Carina as well. So you may have had this machine, you may still have this machine. So we wanted to kind of go over the differences between this one and what you would see in our exclusive, the Carina, and kind of maybe weigh out the differences there. So the Via Venezia is obviously it's an older machine, but it's also going to be more manual, small footprint. It was it worked really well for what it does. It is a pressurized portafilter, so you can use pre-ground, or if you have a separate grinder of sorts. So for this machine, that is kind of, you need that extra space or you need that extra equipment or that setup in order to make it work properly. And then on the Carina, it's all going to be kind of involved, all in one space. So you have your grinder built in, front-loading water tank, still going to have the manual steam, but it's basically going to do all the coffee work for you, and then you still just have that steam. It will actually also heat up quicker as well. Just turned both of these on. They were previously heated, so this one was automatically ready to go, but usually it just takes about 30 seconds to a minute. This one, on the other hand, it's an actual boiler machine, so it's going to take a little bit longer to heat. Right now, let's see if I was going to do coffee. It's not quite ready yet. Gonna let that heat up. When that button illuminates, that's when it's ready to brew or when it's at the right temperature. So it takes a little bit longer, of course. And then say you wanted to steam, this is working from one boiler where the Carina will work from a thermoblock. So a thermoblock can create heat instantly. So that's what makes it really fast. A boiler machine is going to take longer. It actually has to have that boiler of water change from your steaming temperature to your brewing temperature and back, depending on which one you're doing first. So typically, if you were using this machine, you'd probably steam the milk first because that takes the longest for it to heat up. So I have the button pushed in, and we're just going to wait for it to heat, and then we'll steam. But while I'm waiting, I can prep my coffee. So one of the things that is kind of cool about this one, it's a pressurized basket like we talked about, but they actually had a little lock thing on it so you don't over tighten it, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and grind in here. Just kind of filling it up. Cool. So it actually looks like it's getting pretty close. Go ahead and tamp that down. Let's just check. We'll open up the steam. Perfect. So it's pretty close there. I'm going to set this down. Go ahead and start to steam my milk. Here we go. So I will say the steam is faster of this. That's the benefit of having a boiler system. You still work with the Panarello though. So that part's pretty similar. Perfect. Go ahead and turn it on. Sorry, wrong way. Turn it off. Let it open over here so it can start to release some of that. So it's cooling down now to my coffee temperature. Let me wipe that off. This comes off as well for cleaning. Perfect. So open that back up just to let out some of that. And see, if you press the coffee button, it starts to go through there as well. So it's just making sure that it's cool enough to brew my espresso. All right, so I've got my cups. I'm gonna go ahead, lock it in, put my coffee cup under there and hit coffee button. So this is pretty manual, like I said before. So you tell it what to do, you tell it everything. So even this coffee, whenever I see my desired amount, I just need to let it know, cool, that's enough. That's enough. Let it finish dripping. And got my milk here. It's not going to be a latte art kind of day. Maybe a little heart of some sort, if you can see that. Kind of bubbly, but hey, it will taste delicious no matter what. Next up is the Carina. So this one I'm going to go ahead and steam with my Panarello. Hit the steam button just to let it know. Hit go. It'll start to heat up. For this machine, you're going to have more programming, of course. You have a predisposed amount for your espresso and like a brewed coffee if you wanted to make a brewed coffee. You also can make 2 drinks. So if you have 2 people, you can make the same drink at once or back to back. You just queue it up. It's actually a lot easier. The maintenance on these guys is actually going to be kind of different too. All automated with the Carina. Here we go. Let me just prep my milk. All automated with the Carina. The descaling process and everything like that. Whereas the Via Venezia is a lot harder to descale. You have to do that manually. It's also like the after cleanup. So like the Carina will take all those pucks that you've used and put them all into the little Drex drawer or the bin in there. And you can just remove them when you're done for the day. The Via Venezia, obviously you have to take out that pressurized portafilter and clean that out, which is harder to do. We're good. Go ahead and pull that off. And wipe it off. Perfect. And then we're going to hit espresso. We're just going to do 1. That sounds good. Go ahead, and it is pre-measured. I'm just stirring my milk to keep it from separating. So while I wait for my coffee to brew, I would do this with either machine. Just to stir it to keep the foam incorporated into the milk instead of separating and settling on top. Just so you can get a creamier coffee. Perfect. And there's my espresso. Here's my milk. Oh, maybe I could do something with this one. It's a little blobby. Cool. And there you have it. 2 cappuccinos, 2 different machines. Let's give them a taste. Pretty good. Pretty creamy. Oh wow, I actually like this one more. This one was a little bit like bitter. This one's smoother. But if you like intense coffee, you know, you could just up that. I had it on the 2nd level. I think if I went back, I might up it again just because I like a lot of coffee. But yeah, other than that, super easy to make. You do take a lot of the work out whenever you switch to something like the Carina. And yeah, let us know if you have any questions about the comparison between these two, or if you want to know more about the Carina, just comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.